Hola, guys. Yes, it's Mom Dukes here. And no, I don't look the best of the best because I am under the weather. Yes, a germ has infiltrated the kingdom. First the king and now the queen is trying to be took out. But it's okay. It's a bad cough, something respiratory. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to drink plenty fluids, water and teas and stuff, and keep my throat because it's congestion all up in here. That's why I look the way I look. And as y'all see, we're going to be doing, as in the description, some what we starting in January. Now y'all know last season, because it's still last season to me. My new season, I tell y'all, does not start until April the 1st. April Fools, y'all, because it's not January the 1st. Nothing is renewed and nothing is growing. Everything is in a resting phase, including myself. This is how we are able to get little infections and so forth because we're in the resting stage. We're rebuilding, sometimes our immune system. So this is where I have been while I'm trying. With a little heat pack, when stuff hits you, it hit every which way. And I was doing a little, y'all can't really see, but I'm trying to crochet this granny cocoon. So this is what I got so far. She's a little bendy right there. Let's get her together. But this is what I have so far, and this blue is just so pretty. But yes, it's not there yet, y'all, because I think it's like this way so that it can. Wait, let me see how when you do close it in. Yeah, you're supposed to like the seam's supposed to meet type stuff to where you got sleeves. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like this, and so I figure it out when I get the whole thing done, meaning when it's finished, when it's finished, it's not finished. But that's what I be working on my downtime. So, like I said, I got my little heat pad right here, because, but I myself have not really decided on too much of anything, as far as, and I told y'all, I don't really need this on y'all, but when I'm laying around, I like my hair not to be blowing and tickling on me. But yeah, it looks a mess. It don't look a mess, but it look a mess because it's only just based off of how I feel. I feel beautiful, but others may see and think differently, and that's perfectly okay. Anyway, so I haven't yet like figured out in a sense. I do have my books and so forth, which is they're all over there in my workstation right now because right now the mister is planting some seeds, some municipal seeds. So he's getting them started. He have some auto seeds that'll be ready like in February or March or something like that. So those will be like, those only like 3 months. But the other municipals, he's getting some plants started. And the only thing that I really have like within my indoor greenhouse is I have a whole bunch of what's those called, pomegranate trees coming, and also more lemon trees, one orange tree, some kiwi trees or plants, whichever, but they're fruit, tropical, so that's why they're in here. And in Michigan they probably won't be too much outdoors, but just right through the summer, through like late spring, summer. Then they coming right back in. They gonna be real sheltered. And that's pretty much like all. I'm trying to think anything else. I think we had a couple of surprise, or like I call mystery plants that came, which may seem to be peppers that volunteered on their own. So we're gonna let them volunteer and do what they do. But I don't think I'm going to start planting nothing until February. I'm going to look at everything that as far as that I planted from earlier in the season, which was, back in February, March of the previous. And the reason why I say previous, because that was still going into 2024. This is still, to me, 2025. And then it'll be 2026, which is not the correct year either. But I'm not here for that. I'm just here to let you know what I plan on planting, which right now probably not going to be nothing in January because I think I pushed it a little bit too early. Well, I don't know because our weather was it was kind of tricky this season. So some stuff did okay, some stuff not so much. So the things that did okay, I'm not going to do a lot of them, like my cherry tomatoes because they did excellent. I'm probably going to have volunteers come up. So I may not plant any of that because there's a lot of volunteers probably going to come up. But like the yellow boy tomatoes that I had and the cherry yellow ones that I had, those were so delicious. I'm going to make sure that I get those started, but I got to see when I got them started last season. So meaning whenever I got them started, let's just say for instance if I got them started in February, I'm going to wait a week and later and then start them. I'm not going to start them the same day. I'm going to wait a week for anything that I started. I may wait a week. And a lot of things I think I'm going to be doing a lot of direct sowing because I want to see what that's about. Now, I know normally our last projected frost date is like around April the 30th, I think, or something like that. Or it's right like before Mother's Day. Normally a lot of stuff get planted out in May. So they let y'all know like how much time we really be having to grow. But I really think that like for my summer squash and everything, I'm going to have some plants going indoors. And I'm also going to be having some planted direct sow. So that way, wherever I direct sow them, I'm going to have some backups as well. And so again, remember I told y'all, I've been doing some crocheting in my downtime. And it's been helping my mentalness. Because I don't know if you guys know, but so the doctors say I have OCD and ADHD. Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. Yeah, this is what they claim that I had when I was younger. I try not to claim these words and titles that they give because that's not the title that I go by. But this is just a little cardigan that I had made, probably like my first sweater type thing. And then of course I made my Mr. him a sweater. And then this is like the best because this is my granny square bomber jacket. As y'all see, this is the lining in the inside. So this is the outside. Here, and see, I know y'all like, well, what this got to do with gardening or DIY? It got a lot to do with it because I am homesteading as well. Meaning, in part of that journey, you should at least know how to sew and make your own clothing. You never know which way things will go. So you might want to know that. And I do have a sewing machine. And I learned how to sew at a very young age. I was making my children clothes when they were young. They're all grown now, way up in their late 20s and 30s. So, yeah, that was what I did. I like doing things like that. I like making stuff. So this is what I made. And I think it's rather cute. Yes, let's see. Get from over there. I don't even know what you're messing with over there. But get your butt from over there. I'm going back over. Yeah. Don't cross the threshold. Talking to the baby because he all in my space. And this not even his part of the room. He got his room up there. But, see y'all, like, it's just a little part right up in here. But I'm going to fix that because this, look at that. Ooh, baby. And I put the lining because y'all know we in Michigan. And I can't have stuff all, like this, being with the holes and stuff. That's fine. See that? You see that hood? Look at there. Look at there. See, that's fine because I made a matching granny square hat to match with that. What are we talking about here? And I got me a purse. I just got to put the lining in it. This is the lining. Yes. What? Wait. Let me put my purse on, y'all. Yes. I'm just saying, like, you got your little satchel bag. Now this, I could have made my handles just a little bit longer. But, I'll put that like that. But, yes. What? I'm just saying, y'all. This is the stuff I've been doing to keep my mentals together. And so, when whatever's trying to attack me right now is trying to slow me down. Yes, I am so happy. It didn't take me long. I just be doing things. And I guess with the ADHD and the OCD, all them letters, they just make you be doing a lot of things. And that's what I've been doing, a lot of things. And then y'all look, I made 2 new granny squares. They are circle, granny square, well, circle into square. That is so neat, right? Listen, I told y'all I just be over here doing stuff. As far as for the garden goes, I allow my garden to rest and do what it is that it needs to do because I am not in control. All I am is the caretaker. Me and my mister, we're just the caretakers. And that's out of our control on what the garden gonna do. So all we do is just be good stewards to the land. Make sure we respect the land and respect everything about it. I don't speak nothing but life in my yard and life around my plants because that's just how they're gonna do. So again, the only thing we're starting right now today, and it's like January the 5th or something like that. We're only starting municipal for right now. I could start lettuce and stuff, but guess what? I think that's the Reuben red lettuce. I'm hoping that it can give me a lot more lettuce because all the lettuce that I bought, that whole pack of seeds that I bought, none of the some came up and the squirrels messed with it, and me and the squirrels was having a good and bad time together because I was telling them, y'all don't even like lettuce, y'all like nuts, y'all like seeds. Why are y'all bothering my lettuce? But I'm right by the tree too, so you know they getting their treats and trying to dig and had it. I don't know, but I'm just gonna be a little bit different in the way that I kind of get my beds together. Now I did have a project that I was going to be doing for you guys. I'm still going to be doing it, but the only difference is it's a little cold and a little too cold to be out there working as far as building. But I'm going to be extending one of my beds that's already out there, and I'm going to be turning that bed into a cold frame. Because I told y'all I'm in Michigan. So certain things we need here in Michigan. We not as lucky as you guys down there, you know, like who I watch, my girl, Asia, Yellow Door. We ain't down there in Virginia. We ain't like you either, broke farmer. You know, or all the rest of y'all that's down there in them good them sunny states. We got 4 seasons here. Sometimes the 4 seasons come whenever they come. So meaning, don't be surprised in August if you see snow here in Michigan. You might, because we get winter, spring, summer, and fall. We get it all. Now this past season, we ain't had too much of a spring. It went straight from winter to damn near summer. That's why we was confused here, because I don't think that ever had happened as long as I've been gardening. And I'm close to 50, I told y'all, then I am to 40. And I've been gardening since I was like 18. So that's a very long time. And what I experienced this past season, I felt that maybe nature and everything about it was telling me it's time, let your garden rest. And that's what I did. I let it rest and let it did and do what it was going to do. That's pretty much here from at Mi Casa in my bedroom, sick, trying to get over this whatever issue going on, because just a couple of weeks ago it was the gastro little thing, you know, little stomach bug going around. You know, I thought I had food poisoning and ate some chicken that wasn't chicken. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm trying. Hey, any of y'all out there got them quail eggs, Asia? Do I need to drop you my email address? Because I would like some eggs so that I know there ain't nobody pumping up their babies and doing other things with them, so that I can get me some quail, because I ain't trying to keep eating surprise food, okay? I want to know what's in my food. So, again, from Mi Casa on my bed, I'm actually about to get up from here. That's why I straighten it up and everything, because I need to go and walk around and probably put me on a little jacket and stuff and just get some fresh air. You know, fresh air is good. I'm probably going to open my door because I got it cracked so that the germs can, excuse me, can go out and, you know, take it out and transmute it. That's what I'm saying. Get it and take it with it. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Mom Dukes, she ain't planting shit. The mystery is. But when I do, I'll let y'all know. Because y'all done seen it all. Y'all done seen what people grow, what people don't grow. And if you're a new grower, new gardener, new whatever it is that you're trying to do in this DIY, anything, I got plenty of videos that you guys can go back and binge watch and check and look. Because I'm not posting up any type of content, and I'm not following the trends because I'm not trendy. I'm gonna let you know, cutthroat, exactly what I'm doing. I censor stuff because y'all know I ain't on my platform. I'm on somebody else's platform. So it's just like a job. It ain't my business, but it is my business. But I still have rules and regulations to follow. So with that being said, you guys have a very, very good rest of the day, a good rest of the morning whenever you watch me. Just enjoy life and enjoy spending time with the people that make your life flow and move good. Mom Dukes, I'm out of here. I love you guys. Deuces, happy gardening.